Welcome to today's sports news discussion. I'm Maya, and I'm joined by Finn.
Hi, I'm Finn. We've got a packed show with several major stories from the world of sports.
Let's dive right in. The Baltimore Orioles have traded star catcher Adley Rutschman to the Boston Red Sox. The deal has sent shockwaves through the baseball community.
That's quite a move. What were the specifics of the trade, according to the reports?
The Red Sox acquired Rutschman in exchange for two of their top prospects. The trade was seen as a significant boost to Boston's playoff hopes.
And the reaction from other teams in the division? Were they surprised by this move?
The reporting suggests that rival executives were indeed stunned by the trade, particularly because it was an in-division deal. The Orioles and Red Sox are competitors in the American League East.
Wow, that's a bold move by the Red Sox. Do we know how the Orioles plan to fill the gap left by Rutschman?
The articles don't go into detail about the Orioles' plans, but it's clear that they'll need to adjust their roster significantly. Rutschman was a three-time All-Star and a key player.
Right. And what about the Red Sox's motivation? Were they looking to strengthen their catching position?
According to the reports, yes, the Red Sox were seeking to bolster their roster ahead of the playoff season, and acquiring Rutschman was seen as a crucial step in that process. Let's shift gears to a somber story. UFC flyweight Alan Nascimento has passed away at the age of 34 due to an apparent heart attack.
That's tragic news. What are the details surrounding his death?
The UFC announced that Nascimento died in his sleep. He was found unresponsive at his home in Brazil and was pronounced dead.
How did the UFC community react to this news?
The reports don't go into detail about the reactions, but it's clear that Nascimento's death has shocked the UFC community. He last fought in June, losing a split decision.
Did the reports mention any potential health issues Nascimento had before his death?
The articles don't mention any specific health issues. The cause of death is still listed as an apparent heart attack. Moving on to some positive news. The Baltimore Ravens have agreed to a 4-year, $140 million contract with wide receiver Zay Flowers.
That's a huge deal. What are the key details of the contract?
The extension includes $108 million guaranteed. Flowers is a 2-time Pro Bowl receiver, so it's clear the Ravens wanted to lock him in long-term.
How does this extension impact the Ravens' salary cap situation?
The reports don't provide a detailed analysis of the salary cap implications, but it's likely a significant commitment for the Ravens.
Right. And what about Flowers' performance this season so far? Has he lived up to his new contract?
The articles don't discuss his current season performance in detail, but they do mention he's a 2-time Pro Bowl receiver, indicating a high level of past performance. The Chicago Cubs have made some roster moves, acquiring pitcher Clay Holmes and outfielder Tyrone Taylor from the New York Mets.
What were the terms of that trade?
The Cubs sent infielder Jefferson Rojas to the Mets in exchange for Holmes and Taylor. Rojas is considered a top prospect in the Cubs organization.
How does this trade fit into the Cubs' overall strategy, especially with their current injury issues?
The Cubs are reportedly bolstering their rotation and outfield depth after several injuries. Acquiring Holmes and Taylor is part of that.
That makes sense. And what about the Mets? Are they rebuilding or just reshuffling their roster?
The reports suggest the Mets are likely looking to regroup after a disappointing season. Trading away Holmes and Taylor could be part of a larger roster reassessment. There's been some concerning news from the Glasgow Commonwealth Games, where several athletes have gone missing.
That's alarming. Which athletes are we talking about?
Reports indicate that 4 members of Uganda's boxing team have reportedly gone missing in Scotland. They failed to rejoin their delegation before the team's scheduled return to Uganda.
What's the latest on the search efforts for these missing athletes?
Police Scotland has confirmed they're investigating the situation. The exact status of the missing athletes isn't clear from the reports.
This is a worrying situation. Hopefully the athletes are found safe and sound.
Absolutely. The Commonwealth Games are supposed to be a celebration of sports, and it's unfortunate that this has overshadowed the event.
Well, that's all for today's discussion. Thanks for tuning in.
Goodbye and see you later.